With just a week to go before the closing date for public consultation on the Vision 2031 planning documents, Haverhill Town Council have expressed a series of reservations and suggested changes, which at last begin to deal with the fundamental deficiencies found within. Maybe I've missed the Town Council's comments on previous stages of the process, but this seems to me to be their most detailed and categorical criticism so far. No doubt affected by the results on the latest census and the radical ideas the Cambridgeshire local authorities have been debating about transport links. Which leads me to wonder why reality has struck everyone so late in the day. After all, there have been plenty of opportunities to comment before now. Granted, the issue of population growth was highlighted by the census results, but it was already there. Equally, the A1307 corridor issue is of long standing, and the campaign for a railway is more than 20 years old. These issues were, I know for a fact, given high priority in many of the comments from the public as early as the core strategy consultations, but no one took any notice. Coming down to more recent developments, this latest blast is from a town council which has 3 representatives who sit on the Haverhill Area Working Party, or HAWP, which approved the latest Vision 2031 draft just 2 months ago. So what has changed? Well, there has been an election, the results of which may have made some people fear for their seats, but that's not enough in itself. I think the last 2 months have been quite historic in the history of Haverhill, because some of our representatives have begun to believe. By that I mean they have begun to think that many of the things which they had been ground down to think were just pie in the sky fairy tale ideas might have some mileage in them after all. The size of the town gives it just that bit more clout. The government seems to be aware of the existence of Haverhill. Our MP is starting to show what he can do. Cambridgeshire has included little old Haverhill in its radical new thinking on transport solutions. Perhaps, just perhaps, we don't have to remain the prisoners of an Ipswich-centred oligarchy. New members have been elected who have created a new political landscape and will make it difficult for Suffolk County Council to ignore its more far-flung corners. Tectonic shifts in power bases are detectable, and one of them is a small but significant increase in interest in these matters among the general public in Haverhill. Successive local authorities have failed the town, but now, at last, some of them may be held to account, although it could take years to see the fruits of such a reckoning. Instead of, as in the past, tugging the forelock and thanking St Edmundsbury for the £21 million they're continually reminding us that they have spent on Haverhill recently, as if it was their gift and not our right to be equally considered with Bury St Edmunds, the Town Council's latest response clearly states that this is nowhere near enough for what the town actually requires. Whether or not there are public funds available for any proposals is irrelevant. At last, we are not even looking at what is available, what is deliverable now, what is likely to happen. We are just stating what is required.